Time for one more. This is a song I wrote for my dad and my oldest son. It's like a generational type thing. When I was a young boy, I was 14 years of age, and my father had gone out of town with a business associate, and he left the keys to his 1972 Pontiac Le Mans with a 350 on the haul tree. Bad mistake. Because my dear sweet mother had gone to Bible study. And I should have gone with her, because the temptation of those car keys all by themselves and me all by myself was more than I could bear. So I went out and I fired up my dad's car and I took it around the block, and there was my old buddy Jerry White. He was just kind of hanging out. I said, "Hey Jerry, you want to go for a ride, man?" I said, "Sure, dude. How'd you get the car?" I said, "I snuck it out, man." So he hopped in, and I was going to show Jerry just how cool I was. I was going to spin the back end around of the car going around the corner, you know, like they do on TV. I gassed it for all it had, and it had a lot. And it just did a half circle, and it went through this fence and died on top of a peach tree. Well, Jerry jumped out, and he was running over the fence, and about that time the neighbor man came out and asked me what I was doing. I really didn't have the huevos to tell him that if I could start this thing, I was going to drive it out the other side of his fence. I just sat there clicking away, and he called the police, and they took the car back down the street. And by that time, my unsuspecting mother was back from Bible study. But she'd long given up whooping me and my brother. It was kind of silly. So she said, "Kevin, just wait till your father gets home." I went back there and I waited for my dad that I lived in mortal fear of. 1972, he's the U.S. weightlifting championship. U.S. weightlifting champion. He could take 451 pounds, clean and jerk it right over his head. I weighed 170. So I lay there contemplating my short life, because he was not a man to spoil the child or spare the rod. And I thought, you know, it's been pretty good. I was really hoping to know a woman someday. The thought of reincarnation kept me going through those hard moments. My father finally came home, and he cussed me up one side, down the other. He told me I'd never drive, and I was grounded for life. But he never laid a finger on me, never touched me. Freaked me out. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this haunted me for years. I couldn't understand it. Until 20 years later, at my grandfather's house, we're talking. He's telling me all these stories about my dad I never knew, you know. And he finally says, "Kevin, you know that dad of yours wrecked every damn car I ever had." It was like a light came down from heaven at that moment, and I understood my father. Every once in a while he'll call me and say, "Hey Kevin, how's that oldest boy doing?" Man, that hurts. That's the wrong key. I was raised on Johnny Cash. I watched my father kick more than one of his ass. There was just something about him that made his blood boil. Lord, every time he saw him, that's dressed in them baggy clothes. They got that screwed up hair and attitude and all them rings in their nose. And I just can't help but thinking dear old dad, how them long-haired hippie types used to make him so mad. Well, now some of their music, I guess, it's okay. But I still don't need to hear it booming down the street from no 10 blocks. Alice Cooper, the Rolling Stones, probably still Nash and Young. Well, now them boys seem pretty tame next to that Maryland dancing skull. My heavy hair, I said, in my clothes. Well, my tie-dye shirt, I seem to have lost it. And say the apple don't fall apart the tree. Well, I find my father's redneck belongs to me. And say the apple don't fall apart the tree. Well, I find my father's redneck belongs to me. I'll play pretty for dad. Thank you very much.
That's Kevin Deal.
Reddy Spears.
Big old hand. Give him a big old hand.
James Perkins. Bonnie Whitmore. Thank you.
All right, Kevin Deal.